So number 27 and 28 are really quite fun in my opinion. They're going back and taking us back to systems of equations. So we want to use our final answer is we want the recursive formula. So really what we're looking for is we want to find what our common difference is. Okay. Now we're going to use our explicit sequence. Our explicit sequence is a sub n is equal to our first term plus our n minus 1 times our common difference. Okay, so we're given two informations. We're given the 18th term. Our 18th term is equal to 3,362. So if I put this information into my explicit formula, that's going to help me figure something out. So I'm going to write 3,332 for our a sub n, because that's the nth term that we found originally. Then that's going to be equal to our first term. We don't know what our first term is yet. Okay. Now, we have n minus 1. Well, our n is 18. Okay, so we're going to say 18 minus 1, which is going to give me 17. And then we also don't know the common difference. Okay, so we've got an equation here now. And we still don't know our first term, and we still don't know the common difference. But I can now go in and take my 38th term information that I was given and create a second equation. So that's going to give me 7,362. I'm going to set that equal to, just like we did before, a sub 1. And then I'm going to add. Okay, well, that was the nth term is the 38th. So 38 minus 1 is going to be 37d. Now, if you look at this, this should look quite familiar to you. This looks like a system of equations. So if I just come through and I subtract, so that means that that's going to be a minus, that's going to be a minus. So that a sub 1 is going to cancel out. This is going to give me 3,000. I need to put this in my calculator. 3,062 minus 7,362. Whoops, hold on. I think I put something in there wrong. So 3,062 minus 7,362 gives me negative 4,000. Then I'm going to bring down my difference. So 17 minus 37 is going to give me negative 20d. Divide by negative 20. That's going to give me, cancel that out. So 400 divided by 2 is going to give me 200. So our difference is equal to 200. Oh, well, the recursive formula, which is a reminder, our an is equal to a times n minus 1 plus our difference. So we don't even need to find our first term. Now, we could go back and find the first two terms, but we don't need to. We're just wanting to find the recursive formula. So that recursive formula is going to be an is equal to a n minus 1 plus 200. So we have answered the first question, number 27. Now let's do number 28 together again. I'm not going to make you do these ones on your own because they are kind of tricky. But it's not a bad idea to definitely get practice on these types of questions because this is a really good, I think these are quite fun. At least that's just me. So again, I'm just going to do what we did before. So I'm going to say 4.3 is equal to our first term plus we're looking at the 18th term. So again, that's going to be 17d. Okay, now we're going to do the second one. So that's going to be 84.8 is equal to our first term plus it was the 33rd. So that's going to become 32d. Okay, just like we did before, we're going to subtract. So that's minus, that's minus, that's minus. That cancels. So we've got 44.3 minus 84.8, which is going to give me negative 40.5. That's going to be equal to 17 minus 32, which is going to give me negative 15d. Divide by negative 15. So that's going to give me 40.5 divided by 15 gives me 2.7. So our common difference is 2.7, or let's see, is that a fraction? It is a fraction, of course. 2.7, let's see if it's it should be a nice pretty fraction. Or we can say 27 over 10. 27 over 10, they're wanting you to have a decimal. So our answer, whoops, we're not done yet. We need to write this as a explicit formula, or recursive formula. So our AN is going to be equal to A times n minus 1, and then that's going to be plus 2.7. Now we have written our recursive formula. All right, let's see. That's a repeat of the same question. I don't know why I got the repeated. I don't know. Anyways, so that is the worksheet, and hopefully that will help you deal with arithmetic sequences. And